Hello everyone, my name is Adriana. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Cleansing My Space. Put that there. And I hope what you hear today you find useful. And if you don't, that's okay. Pass it along and let it help someone else. So I was reflecting on a conversation that I had with a good friend. We were meeting up for lunch, and I was just telling her about an interesting experience that I had with a friend. And I was telling her that I was out dancing, having fun, just, doing my thing, minding my own indigenous business. And a friend approached me, hugging me, greeting me, saying hi, how are you? And I happened to ask, where's so and so? And the friend said, oh, we're not together. We were only, and then leaned closer to me and said, we were only friends with benefits. And I was really taken back because I didn't figure this person to be like that. And so I was talking to my friend, and we were having lunch, and I was just telling her, like, if the other person that was in this relationship, were they aware that they were friends with benefits? And I was even telling my friend, like, I don't know how people, the dynamic to me is peculiar, because if you're friends with benefits, where do you draw the line? How is the dynamic carry on, and what type of relationship is it? It's gonna be definitely different, and you don't see each other in the same light anymore. It's changed. And I was just telling my friend that it just gave me something to think about, and something to really, especially with looking at relationships in general, and just saying, like, about what dynamic is suitable for me, and telling her, like, what I find positive in a relationship, what am I looking for, what's something that I'm not really wanting. And I was even mentioning about that specific situation, and saying that I just thought it was a weird dynamic, because I feel like if you're already getting yourself involved with somebody, are you still gonna say you're friends? And I just feel like the line is blurred, and the boundaries aren't even set or even spoken of or existing. And I was just telling my friend, that when it comes to, like, relationships, I know definitely what I'm wanting. But for the time being right now, I'm just really enjoying my life just the way it is. And just telling her, like, that I definitely would want something, very solid. And friends stay friends. And definitely wanting something where we're just exclusive. There's no outside interference. There's no outside noise. And so I was just telling her that, I want definitely some really, awesome dynamics that really won't include anybody else, just me and this person. And just telling her, about, like, friends in general, and talking about how that's been really popularized, you know, hearing about that a lot when, you know, I'm going out and enjoying my time out there. And she was just saying that she found that strange too. And she said, you know, when this is over, their fiasco is done and over with, do they still consider each other friends? Do they still talk on a friendship level? Or they just don't have nothing to do with each other? So I just told her, like, I just found that dynamic very peculiar. And I told her, you know, I guess that's why people shouldn't really mix those two together, you know, the physicality with the friendship. They should be kept definitely apart. And if somebody wishes to be part of that, the other person should be fully aware of what they're getting themselves involved in. They should never be kept in the park, so they can make that solid decision. They want to do this, or they decline to not go forward. And so yeah, I was just saying, you know, how I just thought that that was a very strange dynamic, and I've never really simmered on that subject because it's something that's never really come to my mind. It's never really something that I've entertained in any way or even sought out as a distraction, because like the way I see things, I'd rather be, you know, in an organic relationship where it's just me, my special person, and we're filtered where we know what we want. Definitely there has to be a maturity level there as well. And so no outside interference, no outside noise. And I was telling, you know, my friend that's the type of dynamic I want. You know, I don't want to deal with anything that's complicated, anything that will bring you problems, issues, dramas. You know, life has already its problems and its daily, you know, issues. Why pile it more by causing these things that are not really necessary? And they're not, you know, they're not important to even deal with to begin with. So I was just saying, like, yeah, you know, definitely when it comes to that dynamic, you know, in the future, that I definitely want to, you know, have something solid, something, you know, pretty cool where him and, you know, and I will be just happy with just being with each other, dealing with each other. And like I said, you know, it's just about, you know, that person and myself. And so, yeah, I just thought, you know, that would be really cool. But, you know, as far as friends, you know, I feel like, you know, if you want a friendship to have its longevity, and I just feel like keep them on the friend zone. Put your boundaries up and let them know this is what's going to be coming from you. If they don't respect that, they don't want no part of that, they don't want to be your friend. And I feel like life, you know, is very important, and every day of our lives is very precious. You cannot be, you know, wasting it on things, you know, that definitely won't add value to your life, and people that won't add value to your life. So if they can't even respect you, your boundaries, you know, or have, you know, an ulterior motive, that's something you don't really need to deal with. And so, yeah, I was just talking about like the dynamics of relationship and friendships, and I just feel that they're better not blended. This is coming from Adriana, and this is just from what you know, I've heard from the outside, and dealing it with it from a, you know, outside point of view. And so I just thought, you know, that the best relationships are the ones that are just organically between, you know, you and your person. And like I said, there's no outside interference and definitely no friend attached, because like I said, I don't feel that there's no benefit from it for either person, because, you know, physically you're getting involved. Emotions, you know, although, you know, you don't want to include them, they become part of the dynamic. It's part of the experience, and people don't understand that. And like I said, for me, I'd rather have an incredible experience with a special person, but not having any interference and any type of riffraff involved or included. And I think that that makes for a better dynamic, you know, relationship. And so I was telling my friend, you know, that, like I said, with, you know, the dating scene out there, that, you know, I've seen it happen, and I hope that, you know, that in the end people learn, grow from it. And I know that people have had bad experiences with that too, and it stinks, because sometimes our experiences are the teachers in those situations. But I learned that it's better not to blur the line, and just to keep it nice and fine, and have people accordingly in your life the way you want it to be. So I hope that you found this helpful, and I hope that it was something that you can learn from, and if not, that's okay. Pass it along, and it might help somebody else. Until next time.